Hello, good evening. It's 9 o'clock, time for the English news edition. The main story of this Wednesday, 27 January 2016 are the Palestinian president has arrived in Djibouti this evening. Tawhid outbreak occurred in Harare.
Those were the top stories. Thank you for joining us. The Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has arrived this evening in Djibouti. Upon his arrival at the International Airport of Djibouti, he has been welcomed by the Prime Minister, the President of the National Assembly, the Minister of Muslim Affairs, the Member of Government, as well as by the high civilian authorities and military of the country. Let's recall that the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas is in Djibouti for a visit of 24 hours and will meet tomorrow the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh.
The Republic of Djibouti has always been a fervent supporter of the Palestinian cause, and from that moment the relation between the two countries has been reinforced as time went by. The Palestinian leader have not in this sense re-elected no occasion to pay a visit to the Republic of Djibouti. For more detail, let's follow this report.
Mahmoud Abbas visits in Djibouti is not new. In 2010, the leader of Palestine came in Djibouti. For that occasion, he has launched with the Djiboutian head of state the new building of the Palestinian embassy in Djibouti. The visit of Mahmoud Abbas is deeply rooted in the former leader and founder of the Fatah Party, the late Yasser Arafat, in 1984, in the era of the late President Al-Hajj Hassan Guled Abtidon. The Djiboutians were mobilized massively to welcome Yasser Arafat and implied their full support to the Palestinian cause. Since then, the relation between the two countries have continued to strengthen further. For the head of state, Ismail Omar Guelleh, the Palestinian cause has always been at the forefront of his consciousness, even way before he becomes president of the Republic. The head of state was indeed the head of a special support committee for the Palestinian cause at the Arab State League before his election to the presidency. He was thus the root centerpiece of the Palestinian cause in Djibouti. Since his election, President Ismail Omar Guelleh missed no opportunity in his official speech to depict the Palestinian cause and Djibouti's support to the people of Palestine to gain their rights to a sovereign and independent state.
Monsieur le Président, l'ampleur de la souffrance palestinienne nous frappe dans nos chairs. Nous sommes tous conscients qu'après plus d'un demi-siècle de tragédie et de résistance, le peuple palestinien continue à subir l'occupation israélienne et à vivre dans des conditions inhumaines sous nos yeux. Chaque fois qu'une lueur d'espoir de reprise des négociations de paix apparaît, l'État israélien y met fin en relançant la construction de nouvelles colonies. Nous, en tant que gouvernement, nous, en tant que membres de l'Assemblée générale des Nations Unies, avons le devoir moral et la responsabilité politique de dire non et d'accorder à ce peuple frère le droit d'être libéré de toute occupation, le droit de vivre dans la dignité et la paix, le droit d'aspirer au but de tout un chacun comme nous tous. Un État palestinien indépendant et viable avec Jérusalem-Est comme capitale, ainsi qu'une adhésion pleine et entière de la Palestine à l'ONU constitue un impératif pour la paix et la stabilité dans cette région et changera le cours et l'image de l'histoire.
The main objective of this meeting between the Djiboutian head of state Ismail Omar Guelleh and his distinguished guest Mahmoud Abbas will be about the ongoing discussions of peace process and where the main issue remain. Despite the progress made at the United Nations, where the state of Palestine is now recognized for several countries, instead the Palestinian authorities and its flag at the United Nations headquarters, the rigidity of Israel to undermine the peace process, blocking any hope of creating two states living side by side, the state of Palestine and Israel. The negotiation followed since the 1992 Oslo Agreement continue in parallel to a policy of no choice on several fronts. The opening of the Palestinian embassy in Djibouti marks a new point for the support provided by Djibouti to the Palestinian cause.
On the sidelines of the inauguration ceremony of the solar plant in Adailu, the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, has also launched the new sport platform in the region. He was accompanied by members of government officials and the Korean authorities in Tejora region. Prefect Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita, the head of state, has been welcomed by the population of Adailu with songs and traditional dances. The President of the Republic has been performing a free tour in the basketball and handball shout to encourage young people of Adailu in order for them to participate in sport. The people and the wise notables of Adailu have sincerely shown their gratitude to the head of state and assure him of their full support for the upcoming presidential election next April.
Under the chairmanship of the Honorable Sharmake Musa Awe, the Commission of Finance, the Economic and the Plan met this Wednesday, 27 January 2016, with a view to examine two projects of law relating financial account 2013 of the National Printing House, as well the financial account of the National Office of Water and Sanitation, and as ONIAD, for the fiscal year 2030. On the first text, the working session of the Permanent Commission was held in the presence of the Minister of Communication responsible for the post and telecommunication, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdon, accompanied for the occasion of Mr. Alida Ali Muti. With respect of the parliamentary review of the financial account of the ONIAD, the member of the Commission have obtained the adequate explanation on the part of the Ministry of Agriculture, Water, Fisheries, Livestock and Fisheries Resource, Mr. Mohammed Ahmed Awale, assisted by the Director General of the UNIAD, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Fuad. After an information discussion in which the Commissioner have given their favorable opinion with respect of the adoption of this double corpus at the next public meeting.
After the second wave launching training ceremony, the Minister of Education has officially attended demonstration session of student and construction machinery drivers. On the board of track and construction site equipment monitor, the Army have made a maneuver to official and student track drivers and conductor. During this session, the ADF monitors have made some presentation about the specific and track, the semi-trailer track and the construction machineries, the starting system and propulsion machineries and gears of a monitor that are embedded have been exposed. The training began Saturday with the depth course on the all specific. However, this training module of a content have been prepared by international experts. Throughout the past week, this same expert has facilitated training of trainers workshop of the ADF riding instructors. The opportunities for them to appropriate the whole of the training and the master of all course and the training modules.
In his speech, the Colonel Nagiye has thanked the Minister of National Education and Professional Training, Dr. Jamal Al-Mioukiye, to initiate such training, which demonstrates he has also congratulated the perfect collaboration between the Djiboutian Army Forces and the Ministry of Education. He then said that the Army will always be alongside with the government to fully participate in the development of the country.
The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Dr. Jamal Al-Mioukiye, has first thanked the Head of State, Major General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, for his unwavering support to the Ministry of National Education. Then the Minister has indicated that the launch of this new promotion is in the training in road driving respond to a growing demand in the employment market. In fact, companies are increasingly looking for professional trackers and certificate drivers in steering gears to shipyards.
The Minister of National Education, Dr. Jamal Al-Mioukiye, and the Djiboutian Army Forces Chief General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim today co-chaired the second launch ceremony of the driving traffic training at the event held at Sheikh Ousmane military camp, brought together numerous personalities, including the capital prefect, senior executive and official education ministerial. This driving training of heavy trucks is a program over a period of 6 months. It will be provided by instructor of the Technical Instruction Center of the Traffic located at Sheikh Ousmane military camp. The training is organized into module and specialty that range from the mechanic of the trucks and gear site requirement and technical rigor of professional trucks business, the current regulation and road transport, etc. These modules are coupled with the theoretical course in communication and language, will be taught for 2 hours a week in the premise of the Directorate of Technical Education and Vocational Training. This is to give learning the basic need to communicate with their user and stock office. The launch of this new promotion in road driving training respond to a growing demand of the market. Indeed, companies are looking for more and more professional track and certified driving in the steering gear sites.
A three-party meeting attended by the state represented by the Minister for Labor in charge of the administrative reform, Abdi Hussein Ahmed, the Secretary Agency representative, subcontractors, and finally the Lemonnier Camp personal union workers held this morning at the Ministry of Labor. This meeting was to consider a draft convention to be signed between employers and employees in the next few days. This agreement will bring to an end the CDD contract and allow temporary workers to receive an identity term contract, also known as a CDE, and which prevent them to be more easily and replace that convention will enable employees to benefit from advancement in their career and balances increases. The regular payment of a wage allow them to enjoy back an account of apply for loans from their bank. They will feel more confident, which will affect the quality of their work. Besides, the minister attended that meeting head of the agencies Harmonica and the representative of Camp Lemonnier Worker Union affiliate to the Djibouti General Workers Union.
We have a news release from the Ministry of Women Promotion. The Ministry of Women Promotion, Mrs. Hasna Barkhat Daoud, has held this morning a meeting for the preparation for the Grand Prize of the Head of State in 2060. This year, the subject is Women and Tourism. Since 2000, the Grand Prize of the Head of State for the Advancement of Women has helped more than 42 women to distinguish themselves in their respective profession and to enable these to encourage others follow their example. Remember that the Grand Prize of the Head of State for the Advancement of Women is awarded annually at the International Women's Day celebration on March 8 to the most deserving women by the Head of State, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. This application form will be available before February 2060 on the mayor and the prefecture of the region.
An ending of a training ceremony for the aerial transport gendarmerie staff has been held this morning at the National Institute of the National Administration. It was an airport security training course entitled 1, 2 and 3 Basic Training Issues for 2 weeks by the International Civil Aviation Organization instructors. This training has allowed for the young recruits to better understand and neutralize all security threats which could be arrested in airport areas, including terrorist attack that target aircraft and people. After the different speech of the trainer's representative and Colonel Ibrahim Elmi, representative of National Gendarmerie Chief of Staff, the certificate remaining follow with a final family photo. Others training will be delivered to the Gendarmerie staff air transport, since this unit is a vital link in the fight against any form of infiltration and terrorist aggression.
In the framework of the preparation for the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro and the Championship of Africa in Arabic from cross-country, a delegation of the Djiboutian Federation of Athletics recently went to Addis Ababa for a visit of inspection of the camp of drive are located in our athletes. Located at Suluta, a remote locality of 45 kilometers to the west of the capital city of Ethiopia, the Djiboutian Federation of Athletics has installed since middle of 3 years a camp of training in high altitude of 2018 meter above the level of the sea. A middle about 20 athletes in Djibouti is installed in this camp in view of international competition and meeting of Djibouti. In an interview granted to the television, the spokesperson of the Federation Djibouti, Mr. Said Ismail, has indicated that their visit is a part of the evaluation framework of the program of training of our athletes, but also to ensure condition of life and stay to urge the athlete to concentrate on the next international competition, such as the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, planned for the next July, as well as the cross-country of Arab and African countries.
Moving on to the continental and international level, over the past few weeks, some 900 residents of Zimbabwean capital Harare have been distinguished with a Taufik, and about 60 have been admitted to hospital. Said Mohammed for more information.
Zimbabwe has reportedly announced several cases of typhoid in the capital Harare, sparking fears of a major outbreak in the city. Harare City Health Director Dr. Prosper Shonzi revealed that 3 cases of typhoid had been reported in the last week. The cases confirmed in the area of Gladnora, Hopley and Hayesfield were of concern due to a food being prepared unhygienic conditions in certain part. Shonzi, however, called saying that more than 30 cases of typhoid constitute an outbreak and that measures were being taken to curtail a further spread of the disease. The announcement is the latest of several outbreaks to hit the capital in recent years.
And now concerning the migrant crisis, despite the cold weather, refugees and migrants trying to find their way to a new life in Europe are now facing an adding difficulty increasingly wintry weather in the Balkan. Let's see with more detail.
Scores of migrants have been picked up off the coast of Libya in 10 rescue operations over 4 days coordinated by Italian coast guards. In one boat, all were of sub-Saharan origin. Coast Guard counted 6 women and 1 child among the rescued. If fewer people were expected to risk their life in the Mediterranean during the winter month, it doesn't seem to have turned out that way. The UN estimates more than 2,200 people have arrived in Italy by sea this year so far. The flow of migrants to the Greek island of Lesbos doesn't seem to have slowed down either. Around 35,000 people have already arrived in January 2016. When they get there during these wintry days, medical staff are usually on hand to provide immediate assistance to those in need. The inflow of migrants into the rest of Europe is, however, threatening the existence of the passport-free Schengen zone, with some member states taking unilateral actions to control their frontiers. The concern is that refugees who thus make it so far could get soon no further, raising alarm bell in Athens.
Still in Europe, as the Zika virus is spreading all over America, the first case has been found in Denmark. A Danish man has tested positive for the mosquito-transmitted Zika virus, but is expected to recover soon. Health officials said the man, who is in his 20 years old, had recently returned to Denmark after a trip to Mexico and Brazil. He suffered fever, headache, and muscle pain, and was tested in the university hospital in Irish, said Professor, the doctor who treated him. He said he saw no risk the disease spreading further in Denmark. The mosquito-borne Zika virus, for which there is no vaccine or cure, usually brings only mild symptoms, and an estimated 80% of infected people have no symptoms at all. Health officials in Brazil, however, have linked Zika to the neurological condition microcephaly, which led to brain defect in babies. This is it for this edition. Thank you for your attention and have a great evening.